Hello YouTube, hello McDowell, hello Red Pill, this is Red Pill in the Wind. Now, 3% of black Americans, this is another communitha is done for. This is the international edition of black pilots. The 3% of airline pilots are black. What makes you think that they're going to come out? See, I don't support the black community. I support black businesses, but I don't support the black community. You know? It is what it is. It is what it is. I ain't supporting the black community. I'll support the businesses, but that's about it. What makes you think that them pilots, that them black pilots, are going to come over here, are going to come back to bail you out? What makes you think that? What in the blue fornicate makes you think that they're gonna come back and bail you out and go out of a neighborhood that darn near killed them in the first place? They had to watch their friends buried. And I'm explaining all of the reasons why the black community keeps failing. When somebody has an opposing view against on you, opposed to yours, you're always quick to name call and tell a person he needs to get laid. You're quick to say, oh, you're the same hood that you got your behind whoop up and down, the same street you got your behind whoop up all up and down, right? You're gonna basically try to project what you think happened to them, because project what you did on another person who made it out the hood. You're gonna try to project what you did on another person. The only reason you said it is because either you did it or you had it happen to you. That is the only two reasons that you would say something like that, because you either did it or you had it happen to you. That's the only two reasons why you would say, oh, he got jumped because you got jumped up and down the hood. That's because you either did it or you had it happen to you. I'm just saying, if you did it, you created mugs. You created people like that. If you had it happen to you, you were just born. You were just made. Congratulations. And you want me to support the Jack Russell fornicacy? It can go to heck. You know? Three percent. Out of all those 3%, which one of them is coming back and trying to teach black people to be pilots? I'll wait. I won't hold my breath. Out of the 10% out of the less than, I would be generous. Let's be middle ground. Out of the less than 10% of aviation maintenance personnel, how many of them are coming back and teaching the people from the hood how to be AET certified, ANP certified, aviation and power, airframe and power plant certified, aviation electronic technician certified? How many of them are teaching, 3% of black, 3% of commercial airline pilots are teaching them how to be instrument certified, visual certified, how to take off and land, what the ailerons do, what the elevators do, what the rudders do, what the flaps and the slats do, what V1 and V2 is, what V1 and V2 is, how fast is V1, how fast is V2, how to properly use the thrust reversers, how to properly fuel and test for fuel contamination, hydraulic fluid contamination, oil contamination. How many of them are coming back about talking about that? Pitch, yaw, and roll. That's just in the aviation. How many of them know how many of them are coming back to teach them the theory of jet propulsion, the theory of thrust, drag, lift, principles and theory and principle of lift, practical and theory. I'll wait. I ain't holding my breath. How many of them actually know how to solder a wire according to aviation, in accordance with the NTSB? And the publications, maintenance specs, torque specs. I'll wait. I ain't holding my breath. Let's try something. Let's try something closer to home. Closer to home. Closer to home. Yeah, closer to home. How many black truck drivers? How many black truck drivers are going into the hood to teach black people how to properly operate a commercial motor vehicle? Nose goes. Nose goes. How many black commercial truck drivers are going to teach how to power through 10 or go through 9, 10, 13, 18 plus gears in the most efficient way possible? Nose goes. How many black truck drivers are going to teach them how to load a trailer so that 80,000 pounds is well balanced and does not crack your trailer in half? Oh. Or better yet, the calculations to when the scale is only set to measure the gross combination weight of the tractor and the trailer. The measurements to subtract the tractor itself from the trailer. And then set the tandems in a proper location just by mathematics. Say for instance you got 70,000, your trailer's 70,000 pounds. You've got to find out where that 70,000 pounds by your tractor, by your steer tires and the drives. You got to find out where it's going. Basically, you got to pull onto the scale with just the tractor, write down the number of the steer tires and the drive tires, and then pull forward of the rest of the tractor trailer and subtract. And then properly place the tandems in accordance of where your equation is going to, has come from, where the equation is. You're allowed 10 on the drive, 10 on the drives, 35 on the steer. Damn it, 10 on the steers, 35 on the drive, 35s on the tandems, the rear trailer tires, and if you're spread axle flatbed, you're allowed 40,000. Yeah. Crazy, ain't it? You have the stuff you gotta know. Stuff you gotta know. How many black truck drivers are going to risk their vehicle and their license to bring one of these people who more than likely can't pass a drug test? Oh. Did I hit a nerve there? Did I hit a nerve there? Wow. Everybody got an Uncle Lester. Everybody got an Uncle Lester that nobody talks about, that either nobody talks about or doesn't come around that often without supervision of mother and father. Oh, wait a minute, that was in my generation. In this new generation, in a lot of these newer generations, Uncle Lester had free reign. Daddy Lester had some free reign. And Daddy Lester had some free reign, and Mama didn't say nothing. Papa Lester. Papa Lester had some free reign in the newer generations, and Mama didn't say nothing. Because Papa Lester was paying the bills. But biological father couldn't do nothing. But biological daddy wasn't able to do. But baby daddy wasn't able to do nothing. Why in the world would I subject myself and my seed to that? Now, why would I do that to myself? Why would I that is disrespectful to me. Please. You're funny. You're funny. Everybody got a Lester in their family. Everybody got a Lester in their family. And everybody had parents that actually, my parents made sure that Lester, that the Lester in my family wasn't able to come close to me in my siblings. They kept Lester far away. But I tell you this much, Lester knows how to drive the speed limit during school hours. Knows how to go 15 miles an hour in the school zone. I'll tell you that much. And Lester can't get a CDL. Let that sink in. Let that sink in. Let that roll around in your head like a fine glass of wine. Huh. Let's even hit it even closer to home. The last doctor, the last dentist in the neighborhood I grew up, they're both about to retire. The last phlebotomist is about to retire. The last podiatrist is about to retire. The last optometrist is about to retire. And when he retires, I'm going to ask for his medical book. I'm going to ask for their medical books. You know why? Because they're valuable. The last diabetes specialist in the neighborhood that I grew up with is about to retire. They have seen me since I was a kid. The last pediatric specialist, the last black pediatric specialist is about to retire. And who's replacing him? Who's replacing him? Who's replacing him? Who's going to replace him? That's a question. The only black doctors I see are from Nigeria, Nairobi, Zimbabwe, Libya, Niger, Chad, Morocco, the Congo. That's the only black doctors I see. And you know that, yeah, people from the continent of Africa aren't too fond of us. I'm just saying. I'm not saying, I'm just saying. So get ready for some rough treatment. So get ready for some rough treatment in the future. I'm just saying. Brings on another note. LeBron James ain't gonna save you. Neither is his son. Michael Jordan ain't gonna save you. He ain't. Kansas City, Missouri. Been through there, done that. Been through Gary, Indiana. Now I drove past the downtown area in St. Louis, and I may have gotten on the wrong turn in some of the streets and some of the back roads of St. Louis. But I'll tell you this much: the street I got lost on, woohoo! I know a hood when I see one. I wasn't looking for the street. I was looking to get out. It wasn't nowhere near the arch. I'll tell you that much. You know, I'll tell you that much. It wasn't nowhere near the arch. The arch, I mean, I can still see the arch. But some of them places in St. Louis, you really gotta think if you make a wrong turn. Especially when I traveled into St. Louis on a Greyhound turn, on a Greyhound. Because I was coming from a terminal in the Midwest, in Oklahoma. Man, oh man, that place was ragged. A Greyhound terminal in St. Louis. I'm like, what is this? What is this? When I went to that Greyhound terminal, I'm like, what is this? Like, nope. I'm like, nope. I'm staying near the terminal. I ain't trying to lose nothing. And even even coming from Goodfellow Air Force Base, I had to go on a little turboprop plane to somewhere else. I had a layover in Goodfellow Air Force Base. In St. Louis, or St. Louis Airport. Looking out there is like, wow. I can tell you that much. You know? So I've been to St. Louis a few times in different vehicles. Greyhound, plane, all of which was interesting. But hey. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. There was one more thing I wanted to say about the communitha. You would rather pay somebody else to take your money out of your neighborhood and send it back home to their family in another country than to have your money circulate in your neighborhood a few times to try to build up some sort of status, something in your neighborhood that can actually be worth a darn. To try to build up jobs in your neighborhood, but you're willing to shell out money to a sneaker villa for the latest Iversons, and you're willing to shell out money to the nearest TNT fashion for the latest whatever the heck, for the latest pair of jeans that look like a lawnmower, look like they got into a fight with a belt sander. But you're still paying full price, you tough. Whoo! Wow, you almost got me cursing there. But yeah, y'all just continue on doing what you're doing. You're doing such a wonderful job being broke and supplying the cemetery with plenty of bodies. Supplying the cemetery with bodies and supplying the jail with plenty of labor. This is Red Pill in the Wind signing off.